Hello guys and gals, friends and pals, people and creatures alike. Welcome back. This has been a very long awaited video, and this video has also taken me a long time to make. Now, if the title or the description didn't already tell you what this video was about, well, Carrite theory technically. Well, not even technically, just Carrite theory. I have quite a few Carrites that I want to talk about, but I won't be able to get to all of them in this video. And some of them I won't be able to talk about everything I wanted to talk about. So this will, well, certainly be all over the place and not exactly up to date. The first Carrite I'm going to be talking about, and the one that made me kind of get into this, is Star and Snar. The first thing I want to say is this Carrite has a lot of connections to a lot of other Carrites, so they will be reappearing a lot throughout this. Now, for a little background, from what I'm understanding, the Twitter and Blue Sky account are ran by Snar, but kind of looking at Star. Star has the ability... Yep. When Star sleeps, she has the ability to go into a hub of others' dreams. Like, kind of a train station, I'm assuming. But Star isn't the only one who can do this. She has a counterpart, a twin, from a different parallel universe, but still a counterpart nonetheless. And she's called Supernova. Notice the names. Star, Supernova. When a star dies, like in space, when a star dies, it turns into a nova, a supernova, whatever you want to call it, a black hole. But there's an explosion called a supernova. And if we look at supernova's design, well, we can kind of see where that comes from. From the information I have, supernova is decaying in a way, because her core is broken, making her look weak and abandoned. And we can see this in other cards as well, such as 64_0. For the sake of redundancy, I will just refer to her as Nova from this point on. Nova speaks in a code called Wingdings 2, which looks a little something like this. Kinda hard to understand, but at the same time, no, it's just hard to understand. This code here, which I lost the original image for, and now I'm just using a picture from my notebook, translates to, "I'm not your friend, you don't know me." What was the context of Nova saying this? Good question. I know post-edit I'm going to find it, and I'm going to hate myself, but whatever. From other images, it's clear that Nova does not want Star anywhere near them, or really alive at all, existing. And from this photo, if you brighten it, you can see two designs. That kind of looks like Star, but if we get Star into the frame, some parts are missing. The design doesn't really match up with Star. It almost looks more like Nova. Which, as you can see, this may be a before and after picture. So how exactly did Nova's glint break? Is it something that Star almost fell into? How similar is Nova to Star? Are they in a parallel universe, almost exactly alike, the only few differences? Or are they almost completely different, straying off in two different directions? For now a bit of a abrupt change, we're going to be focusing on 64R. Don't worry, Star, we'll be getting back to you kind of shortly. Now, with 64R, we have a bit to talk about. Well, there's a lot of characters to keep track of, and I'm not even sure if I have all of them written down, but for what I have written down, there's 64R, 64RR, 64-0, Lion Fox, 241, Drill, and then there's 4 clones, 64ERR, Diamond, 64 ROM, and 64K. And I do apologize if I've mispronounced any of those. I've only ever seen them in text. I am yet to hear any actual pronunciation of anything. And the first thing you may have noticed from the design of, 64R, is that he has no eyes. The explanation I got was because the Carrite Fun 41 bumped into 64R really hard, causing his eyes to fall out. And, well, from my understanding, 64R can put his eyes back in, but chooses not to. Why? Probably just like me with glasses. And Lime Fox, the one appearance that I know of, is this. Would you like into this? Alright, that's something to keep note of. And another thing you may notice is Drill. Do I even need to say anything? Drill doesn't even have legs. And moving on from that and Drill's strange black liquid, we can see the Fox Lady, Lime Fox, looks like she ripped off 64R's gauntlet, and then it changed color and was back to being green temporarily. And then buttons for eyes, glowing liquid, coming from said eyes. Coraline? Then somewhat after, a video shows a poem, but also a yellow gauntlet being more and more damaged. And I'll just play it and then talk about it after. Now, that's a lot to unpack. And the poem or song is very almost hopeless, helpless mood. It feels like someone is almost giving up, especially near the end. I have done my part, all that's left to do is fall apart. There's a lot of kind of void emptiness to this kind of short poem. It almost feels like a closure for something, but the glint is still being used. So it's a closure for something. Have we seen the lime fox after that point? And the answer to that is no. But we do see green goo again, the 16th of January. Could this be a closure to the lime fox? My guess is no, but I could be wrong. And I know I didn't cover everything I wanted to, but due to what the fuck am I saying? Due to time restraints, I am going to have to cut this one a little short. I figured next time I make one of these videos, which hopefully will be one at least every 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing it on solely one at a time, instead of the 2 at a time like I did here. The reason being, the moment I got done with one, I realized I need to make another. I didn't just want my first one to be 1 and 2, but I ended up having to make it 2 anyways. I wanted to cover at least 4 in this video, but I think that will have to be it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.